Hello and welcome to Essence Tree. My name is Charmaine Gibbs West and I'm super excited to have you join me. If you're not familiar with my company, Essence Tree is a holistic lifestyle organization that's designed to empower and celebrate women. We help you to achieve the beauty, the life, and the health and wealth of your dreams. So we cover topics in that range. Everything from making sure that your hair is the way you love it, making sure that your skin is something that you fall in love with, and making sure that you are indulging in the type of sacred self-care rituals that you deserve. So today I'm going to be talking about the synchronicity of getting into 5 new Whole Food stores, traveling to Cuba, and delving more into my own sense of self-care. September is Self-Care Awareness Month, so I hope that you'll take this opportunity to be inspired and motivated by my experiences and go ahead and delve even deeper into your own beauty and wellness rituals. So First and foremost, you can find our products in several Whole Food stores. You can also find our products at essencetree.com. Most people who are familiar with the products know us by our superfood holistic skincare line. And what recently happened? Okay, so this summer, my family and I took a break and we decided to go to a place that we've been dreaming of for extremely long time, and that is Cuba. So we went and it was phenomenal. It was probably one of the first times that I had to completely unplug. If you go there, the culture is very supportive of just FaceTime. There's not a lot of internet availability there, so I was forced to take a break. Although you guys may know, as an entrepreneur, you can never really turn things off. You're always plugged in and getting creative concepts and all of that. But while there, that was my time to bond with my family. It was my husband, it was my daughter. We were traveling from city to city. My husband and I had the chance to take some romantic salsa classes. So we really enjoyed it. Plus, we noticed how we lived better. We ate great food. My hair thrived. My skin thrived while I was there. Every morning we had fresh squeezed papaya juice. We had fresh squeezed mango juice along with cut up fruit. So it was just a really rich experience to go to a place that was vibrant and full of culture and was not too tied to screen time and internet usage. They were very much into one another. The romance surrounded you, etc. So I'm an entrepreneur. I like to consider myself a mompreneur. I'm also a proud maker. I love making holistic, beautiful, nourishing therapies for your skin and spirit. And I'm also a mentor to other women who are starting their own businesses. And so I have a lot on my plate between being a mother, being a wife, and then having the businesses going on. It was a lot to prepare for the trip. It was a lot to shut things down and just go and unplug. I was a little nervous about how things turned out, but the beauty in it was that right before I went, I got an email from a Whole Food store about an order. No big deal. It's always a blessing. But I was like, oh, Alabama. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at this. The Hoover store is getting a new product of ours because we were in one store in Alabama, which was a Hoover. So I was like, oh, they're getting our calendula hemp cream. Phenomenal. Let's send it to them. We get back from Cuba, I get some more emails. First, I get a call from the Huntsville store, or the Hoover store, saying, you sent us a product that was actually for Hoover. And we were like, you sent us a store. Hoover said we sent them a store for Huntsville. And I was like, OMG, my apologies. That's a brand new store. And so just wanting to take care of all of our orders before I left the country, I didn't know. So it was no big deal. They were able to transfer it to the other location. Everything worked out perfectly fine. Huntsville didn't even know the difference. But that happened. In addition to that, I started getting other orders to come in. So this time I'm like, okay, let me take a close look. As soon as the order comes through, I got an order from a store in Atlanta I have been trying to get into for years, and that was a Whole Foods in Buckhead. It's called West Paces Ferry. If you guys are from the Atlanta area, please definitely take the opportunity to go out and support. It's a beautiful, elegant store, elegant community near some of the best malls in Atlanta. And I got a really chunky order from them. Then I started getting other stores. So first it started off as the other store in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama. Then it came to Buckhead, in Atlanta. Then I started getting two stores, new stores in Memphis, Tennessee. I started my business in Nashville. That was huge as well because I have been in one of the Memphis stores when I first got into Whole Foods. Whole Foods was actually our very first wholesale account. So I was pregnant with my daughter. I was delivering, literally feeling like I was barefoot and pregnant, delivering my first order to them. I remember my feet were swollen, so I probably had some open toe sandals, and I was just big and bulging. And I remember they were looking at me when I came in like, oh, she is about to burst. And so I had gotten into the Memphis store, but because I had a newborn, it was really hard for me to support the store. I couldn't get there for my demonstrations. So we sold completely out the first time we got our products went in, and then for the subsequent reorders it was hard for me to support them, so we decided to shrink back, stay in Nashville, and just do a phenomenal job with the Nashville locations, which is what happened the whole time my daughter was growing up. And so that happened, but fast forward to now, we're in Atlanta. Buckhead was one of the premier stores I tried to get into when I first moved here. So I went there, met with the manager. I gave products to everybody. I sort of felt like I was Oprah. I was like, you take an oil, you take a Bliss bar, here's a scrub. Why don't you take this scrub home? I literally dropped a bunch of products, brought in there like a Santa Claus bag, and just gave products to everybody. I followed up, I followed up, and I followed up. And I was not able to close a deal, but at that time I was like, you know what? God knows what's best, and what's for me is for me, and I can't worry about the timing. I just have to make sure I do my very best. And at that time, I felt like that's what I did. I didn't want to be the pushy salesperson. I showed up several times just to say, hey, how things going? You have any questions? I'm here. Would love to do business with you. But it didn't happen. Everything happened once I unplugged, and really it was a twofold thing about us going to Cuba. One, it was a place we all always wanted to visit, but I had been experiencing some health challenges. And I'm calling them health challenges. They weren't severe, nothing to get me hospitalized. But I had been experiencing over the past year just different allergies and things like that. So really for me, that was causing a strain on just the pace in which I was doing things. And so I was finding like I didn't have the same energy I had before. I needed to completely transform my diet. I wasn't happy with everything because I just had to start putting all these regulations and restrictions in my lifestyle that weren't there before. It made things extremely difficult for me. But the minute I decided, because I was forced to, so I was like, okay, I'm just not going to resist. We're going to go to Cuba. I'm going to take my antihistamine and I'm going to call it a day. The moment I gave into that and went there, unplugged, I'm not going to worry about work. En route there, I think I probably talked to my employee probably the first day I was in Cuba. After that, I was like, everything will just have to be okay until I return. At that point, I believe that when I sat back and really just gave myself the care and attention that I needed, the synchronicity of it is no coincidence. At that point, all 5 stores started to manifest. And so I'm saying this to you, no matter what your lifestyle may be, but to make sure that you're taking the time to really plant the seeds to grow and grow your dreams, but B, making sure that after you've done everything you can, really it's the time to stand back, focus in on giving yourself the love and support you need throughout that process. And the dream will come forth if it is meant to be when the timing is right. And so I just feel like that was a divine message. So I was just super like, really? Like, if this is what it takes. These are stores that I've been calling. The Memphis store, I had called them back and say, hey, we're in a different position now. I would love to rekindle the relationship. Here's the products. It didn't happen. The very week out of years of trying to. So to me, again, there was no coincidence in that. I think that synchronicity was divine synchronicity. And so to tell you guys again, we are in proudly 5 new Whole Food stores right now. And so wherever you are in the South region, you may have the opportunity very soon to see us, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Right now, our products are in Alabama, our products are in Tennessee, our products are in Georgia, and of course, we always have our website at essencetree.com. But I'm saying this to say that in celebration of all things self care, please go out, please support our products. We're also going to be having a website sale, but I know a lot of my customers really like to get up close and touch and feel and smell the products before purchasing. So I definitely encourage you to do that. And if you go to our website, you get to see all the different stores that we're in. Of course, we do have a quite a collection of products, and so you won't find every single product in the store. If there's something specifically you're looking for, I would advise you to contact us. Our email address is on the site, or call the store directly. If you go to the stores and locations list at essencetree.com, it's going to give you the phone numbers and the addresses so you can find out exactly what they have before you arrive. But I know that in those new stores, we tended to get orders for a lot of our calendula hemp cream. Now, our calendula hemp cream is a beautiful, luxurious therapy that I created for my daughter. She was born with very severe eczema and allergy, so I had to create this whole new skincare line that was as allergen-free as possible, but at the same time fed her skin, gave her skin the purification support because she was a scratcher. And one of the things you find out when you have eczema is that the more you scratch, your skin is already compromised. Your skin texture and resilience is already compromised when you have eczema. But by you scratching it, you really are more prone to different skin infections. So I had to make sure I created a product that was nutritious, that was as allergen-free as possible, and that helped to keep her skin protected from any sort of infections as a baby, picking up things, etc. And so definitely several of the new stores have gotten that calendula hemp cream. We also have our beautiful Oshun body butter out there, which is its own sacred self-care ritual in and of itself, because the whole Oshun goddess line is all about a celebration of the divine feminine, of beauty, of wellness, and of just an indulgence in yourself. In addition to that, the Buckhead store has some of our bath salts, etc. So you can really take this time out, get you some Essence Tree, rekindle the romance, light some candles, get some plants, and rekindle the romance with yourself. Really feed yourself. Because what I found out once I was on this Cuba trip, when we got home, again, we didn't have internet or anything, I cracked open some new books I had just purchased, and thank goodness I did. I was reading the books to my husband, reading books to my daughter. But one of the books that I got was a book on women and money and manifestation. And if you know me, and you will soon get to know me, I love to delve into that. And our product line is all about skin and spirit. And so just getting into more of how it is that we create this life that we love, how it is that our dreams are manifesting. And so this book really inspired me, because it was one thing that she said, and I love the way she phrased it when she talked about the relationship that women have with money and abundance and prosperity. And she said that look at earning money as a way of congratulating yourself for all the help that you've been giving people, the way that you've been impacting their lives. And I was so emotional. I was so, like, that triggered and resonated with me so deeply, because I look at all of the reviews from everyone, and I'm always so honored by the fact that everyone is like, oh my gosh. I've had elder men to contact me about the calendula hemp cream. I have people saying they love my products. They've been gifting the products to others. I had people from other countries buying the products, and everyone has been so supportive that it was never meant to be just a body care company. Essence was always meant to be more of a movement, and again, more of a holistic lifestyle celebration. But the fact that I see and they tell me that the products are really impacting them on very, very deep levels, I was like, yes, Yes, that's what this is about. You know, the growth and the prosperity and the abundance, that's a thank you or gratitude from God, from the universe, for the way that you're helping others. And so, with that mindset in mind, I felt very abundant and very prosperous while I was in Cuba. The food was affordable, but the food was really high quality. So, I felt like I was living the life of my dreams. My family and I were happy, healthy, and is just doing great, getting good exercise, doing a lot of walking, and came back and got blessed with 5 new Whole Food stores. So to tell you those stores, guys, the stores are our new stores are Huntsville in Alabama. In Atlanta, we recently got into West Paces Ferry, which is Buckhead, as well as Kennesaw. In Tennessee, we recently got in 2 Whole Food stores in Memphis, Poplar, which is the original Whole Food store in Memphis that we had been into many years ago. And then the new store after that will be the Germantown location, guys. And so please visit us at sng.com. Please sign up on our email list. We're about to have a really beautiful flash sale coming up this weekend. So I want you to be informed. I want you to be able to stock up and try our products if you haven't before, but stock up for winter because it's about to go into that time of the year when you're really going to need the moisture support that our products provide and that we're really known for. So thank you again for joining us, guys, and it was a pleasure talking to you. And let me know if you have any questions or any topics that you want me to cover about your skincare needs, your hair needs, your lifestyle, healthy lifestyle goals, etc. And I'll be glad to make a video about that. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace and blessings.